So these earphones were sent to me to review, and everything I'll be talking about in this video will be based on my experience using them. So they are called the Oforui Sea Pro earphones. If the name sounds new or strange to you, well, don't worry, you are not alone. It's also my first time hearing about them as well. Now, just to be clear, I will be talking about my experience using these earphones, like my full experience using the earphones. Just because I did not buy them myself doesn't mean that I'll say things that are not true. That's actually what I told the people that sent me the earphones, and they said, yes, you have the full go ahead to talk about your experience using the earphones. Well, I did not make an unboxing video for the earphones because I didn't know if things would work out. But since you're watching the video right now, it means that everything went well. So yeah, here's what you get out of the box. Alright, so first you get the case with the earphones in it. You also get 2 sets of silicone tips. You get a USB-C cable, a user manual, and a warranty card. I do like that you get 2 sets of ear tips. Not that I normally lose mine, but I can see some people, losing theirs, so you can always go back to the other set and you can keep using the earphones. Alright, I'll say a few things about the case before we talk about the earphones themselves. So the case has a glossy finish, and even though that makes it look like shiny and all that, there is no doubt that it is not safe from scratches and fingerprints. Like, I can see my fingerprint all over the case right now. Besides that, I like the design. There's a light at the front that shows you the battery level of the case. Green means that the battery is full. White means that you are in the mid, so that's like 70% to 30%. And orange means that the battery is low. Now this is for the case, not the earphones. I'll be talking about the earphones very soon. Well, as for the size of the case, it looks small, but not small enough for me personally. I don't like always putting it in my pocket because I don't want it to make my pocket look bulgy. Something else to mention is that whenever you put the earphones into the case, as long as the earphones are charging, the case is always going to stay lit, so the light is always going to stay on. The only time the lights will turn off, like right now, is when the batteries in the earphones are fully charged. I've said it so many times in my videos, I normally don't like earphones that have that silicone or rubber ear tips. And that was one of the things I was worried about when I got these earphones, because I don't feel like I'm the best person to review these earphones because of my personal dislike for earphones that have rubber tips. So for a start, I was not really enjoying the earphones because of the rubber tips, but then I decided to switch from the medium size to the smallest silicone tips, and that was when everything changed. It felt very comfortable to wear. Whenever I'm wearing these earphones, I can hear my surroundings and they don't make me feel like I'm trapped in an airless bubble. I'm guessing it's because of the size of my ears, but let me tell you, these are some of the most comfortable earphones that I've used, and they still very fit in my ears. Okay, I just accidentally tapped the sensor and it's playing a song, but yeah, these earphones, whenever I put them in my ears, except the fact that I can hear my surroundings, they are not going anywhere. I can shake my head for as long as I want from now till tomorrow. They are not going anywhere. I don't know if it's because of the way they have been designed. I believe it's the way they are designed anyways. It has this curve that makes it stay fit into your ears. So I feel like people that have very small ears can try these earphones out, and maybe these earphones should stick to their ears. They won't feel it falling off, because I've had people commenting telling me that they have small ears and earphones don't stay in their ears. But from my experience with these ones, I don't normally even find myself adjusting them from time to time. Once I just put them on, that's all. I don't have to worry about music anymore. I don't have to worry about them falling off, because they stay very stuck in my ears, and I'm shaking my head right now, but I don't want to go too far before I start having a headache. So they are very comfortable to wear from my experience. Honestly, I always look forward to wearing these earphones, even when I'm going out, unless I'm going very far. But if I'm just walking around my area where I know that, okay, I'm not too far from home, I wear the earphones, but I don't go along with the case, because like I said, I don't like putting cases in my pocket. Unless I'm carrying my backpack, then yeah, I can wear these earphones if I'm going far, because the case will be in my bag. So yeah, in terms of comfortability, these earphones are very good. They are very stable. They don't fall off. And the only time I would say I would not recommend wearing them is when you are lying down. They feel very painful when you lie down, unless you are facing up or forward. The only time I wear them and rest my head on the side of my head on the pillow is when I wear just one of the earphones. So let's say if I'm trying to lie down using my left side, then I remove the earphone, put it in the case, and then I lie down on my left side and the other one will be here. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about comfortability. very comfortable to wear, they don't fall off. Alright, so when it comes to sound quality, something I'll say is that these earphones, they are very good, they are decent. And something I like about them is the transparency mode. Now, definitely with transparency mode, when you turn it on, you're going to always hear what is happening around you. And I like using transparency mode because I can actually talk to people while music is playing, as long as the volume is not too loud anyways. But with transparency mode, you get to actually hear what the person is saying. But at the same time, if you have transparency mode, for those of you who like heavy bass, well, with these earphones with transparency mode on, the bass is not going to be that heavy, but you're still going to hear it. It's just not going to be very strong compared to like other earphones that I've used. So here is something I don't know, should I say it's a story or what? But here is something. Whenever I want to review a product, I test out the product for like a week. Like if I'm using a pair of earphones, I don't use any other earphones until I know that okay, I have fully immersed myself in the one that I'm trying to review. So I use these earphones for like a week, and yeah, the first like 2-3 days because I was using the medium rubber tips, I did not really enjoy them until I switched to the small ear tips. But after using them for a week, I decided to switch back to the space buds. And what I noticed with transparency mode, because I always use transparency mode, I don't like using noise cancellation mode. I'll talk about that later on as well. So when I switched to the space buds, well, I noticed that with transparency mode, this one is louder than this one, not by like a large margin, but this one, the space buds are louder than the Sea Pro. Now, I don't know if they did that on purpose, like to just make the transparency mode way better, but it actually works. And honestly, I don't have anything to say about that besides the fact that this one is a bit lower than this one when it comes to transparency mode. This is not like a comparison video, but just in case you are maybe used to listening to music very loud with transparency mode on, then you may notice that this one, the volume will not be as high as other ones. Now, you can use the Sea Pro for noise cancellation, and it works so well at blocking surrounding sounds that I even avoid it, because I am a fan of transparency mode. I want to hear what is happening around me. So with this was, honestly, when I tried them, they blocked out the sound so much that I normally don't even like using noise cancellation mode. So for those of you who like using noise cancellation mode, I believe that you'll like it. According to the box, it can block up to 35 decibels. Now, the only problem with these noise cancellation modes and the transparency mode that I have experienced is that whenever you connect these earphones to your phone, you're always going to have to activate noise cancellation or transparency mode. So even if before you put the earphones back into the case, you were on transparency mode, as soon as you connect the earphones back to your phone, then you're going to have to do it again. So yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. I wish you could just remember the last mode that you selected and stick to it, but it doesn't do that. So that's what I don't like. There's also this feature called LDAC mode that the people that sent me these earphones wanted me to talk about. So I tested it, but from my experience, I did not really notice any difference in terms of sound quality. I did some research on LDAC mode, and from what I read online, I believe it just improves sound quality. But I don't know, maybe my brain just doesn't register the sound improvement when it comes to that mode. So I would say just try it out for yourself. Me, I normally use the AAC mode. I've tried the LDAC mode, but honestly, I did not notice any difference. So I would say if you decide to get the earphones for yourself, then you can try the LDAC mode, and if it works for you, let me know in the comments. But if you don't notice any difference, well, it just means that we are the same. Apart from the LDAC mode, another feature that I like with these earphones is that you can connect them to two devices at the same time. Normally, I connect them to my phone and my laptop. Also, whenever you tap the sensors on the earphones, you're going to hear a very soft click. It is something that I like because it is like feedback to let you know that you have tapped the sensors on the earphones. So yeah, that's good. The other thing is that you need both of the earphones if you want to control your music well, because the right side is only used to go to the next song and the left side is only used to repeat or go to the previous song. It's not something I'm really happy about. I wish I could just use one of the earphones to control my music, but well, that's what you get with the earphones. You can also use the earphones for phone calls and for internet phone calls like your WhatsApp and your Zoom calls. So here's a sample of what a phone call sounds like using the Sea Pro. Alright, so I'm currently making this phone call using the Sea Pro earphones, and this is what they sound like
Now I am in a very quiet place, so I feel like the voice is going to be good enough. But what I want to do now is turn on my fan and I'm going to set it to the highest level so that you guys can hear if my voice is going to be audible. Alright, so I have turned on my fan and I am sitting right in front of it. And this is like maybe in a car, I receive a phone call, and it's very windy. So this is what it should sound like, unless you roll up the windows. I don't even know if my voice is audible right now. Okay, I just turned off my fan and hopefully now you can hear a difference. Now I'm going to switch to the microphone on my phone and you guys will get to hear the difference between the earphones and the normal microphone. Alright, so I've switched to the microphone on my phone and I'm currently using the Redmi Note 13 to make this phone call. This is what it sounds like compared to the earphones. I'll be switching back to the earphones now. Alright, so I've switched back to the earphones and yeah, I guess that's all for the phone call test.
So from my experience so far, whenever I use these earphones to make phone calls, well, it's been very okay. No one has complained about like audio quality, like they are not hearing me and all that stuff. So the only time I have not tested them is in loud areas, like very noisy areas. And that is whenever I go out, because when I go out, everywhere is very busy. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't usually go far places with these earphones. Whenever I'm going far, I use the necklace light. The point I'm trying to make is that I have not tested these earphones for making phone calls in noisy areas. Something I've gotten used to is the fact that earphones these days come with like apps for customization and all that stuff, but these ones don't come with an app. You do basically everything with the sensors using these earphones, so you're going to have to remember all the taps that you need to. So try not to lose the manual, because the manual has all the instructions on how to use the earphones if you decide to get the earphones for yourself. So overall, when it comes to sound quality, I'll say it's very good. Like, it is decent enough in terms of sound quality. In terms of battery life, I'll say that these earphones are decent. I used them one day for up to 2 hours in total, with LDAC mode on, because I was testing that LDAC mode to see if it is actually going to make a difference in terms of sound quality. But after 2 hours with LDAC mode on and transparency mode as well, I had 70% left. So with these earphones, I don't worry about battery life. Like, if I just charge them once using the case, then I think for the whole day I'm even okay. The only time that I will say that you should be worried about battery life is when you connect the earphones to two devices at the same time. So maybe to your phone and to your laptop, or to two phones, depending on what you want. Well, you're going to have to worry about battery life, because I tried that and I saw the battery going down really fast. And I also had LDAC mode on while it was connected to two devices with transparency mode on. So yeah, I was putting the earphones at work. As for the price of these earphones, you can get them on AliExpress for around $24. With our current exchange rate, that's around 40,000 naira. And well, if I had to recommend these earphones, I would recommend them to people that like transparency mode, as well as noise cancellation mode, because yes, like I said, these earphones are good when it comes to noise cancellation as well, but transparency mode is also very good. I would recommend that you switch to the small earbuds, like the small silicone ear tips, if you want to use transparency mode, because that is how I got the best results. But if you're someone that likes earphones that have like an app and you can do things like customizations with equalizers, well, these earphones do not have an app, neither do you get that equalizer feature. So, well, if that's your major, like what you really like, then I won't recommend these ones. But if you just want something you can just use, like plug and play, then yeah, these earphones are very good for that. And personally, I like them. If you guys want to get them, I'll leave a link in the description to AliExpress that you can get them for yourself. But besides that, well, that's all for this video. If you have questions, let me know in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.